Hi, my name's DOS350, as seen on ook.cz, and in this video I'm going to be talking about something very near and dear to my heart. Now, you might think to yourself, 350, how can it be so near and dear to your heart? It's just a stupid computer game. But it's more than that. It's a way of life. So let's just jump straight into it. Make sure to smack that like and bell button, and follow my Twitter for all the latest gaming tips and tricks, exclusive on DOS350 legit. Now, we're going to be talking today about a game called Angband. You heard me. Angband. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, Angband is a free-to-play roguelike role-playing game. A very traditional type of game. You start off in a town, able to purchase supplies that you're going to need to win the game before you enter into the dungeon. Now, the objective of the game is to reach level 100 of the dungeon and slay the boss, whose name just so happens to be Morgoth. You gotta slay him. Doesn't matter how you do it. You can use bow and arrow, crossbow, sling, melee, and you can use a variety of spells and magical devices to get the job done. And you might be saying, wow, 350, what's so great about that? There's thousands of games out there. Every year, big budget titles, free to play, loot box, cinematics, progressive storylines and characters, in-depth facial expressions. So what's the point in playing some stupid 30-year-old game that doesn't even have graphics or a storyline or a budget or anything? It's just, it might seem crazy to some people, but that's what we're going to talk about now. Have you ever, being a hardcore PC gamer like myself, thought to yourself, wow, games suck and I'm bored? Have you ever been playing something and you just wanted something more, something else, something meaningful? Well, it's been there all along. Now, if you already play Angband, you don't need to listen to me tell you how good it is. But if you've tried it and not liked it for some reason, now this might inspire you to give it another chance, because there's never been a better time to play Angband than right now. Let me just jump straight into it. It's a free-to-play open source game. It's been going for 30 years approximately. And there's nothing stopping you from downloading it right now. It's available on a lot of different platforms, Mac, PC, Linux, mobile devices, but I highly suggest you don't go there. It's a PC game, so I recommend you have a keyboard with a numerical keypad like numpad, because without that it's going to be a bit harder for you to approach this game. It's controlled entirely with the keyboard. The mouse is an option, but it's not going to be very pleasant to use. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to play or any tips in this video. I might do a follow-up if people appreciate this. I'll give you a guide on setting up Angband and getting your foot in the door when it comes to a chance of success in Angband, which is not easy. But I'm just gonna deep dive straight into the why you should give it a go for this video. Now, as I was saying, the modern games, even the classics, it's like Some games are great. I've been playing Diablo 2 for 20 years, and, you know, maybe not quite 20, 19, let's say, but as good as it is, the only thing that keeps me playing is the multiplayer. Just Diablo 2 by itself could never do it for me. But that's beyond the scope of this video. What I'm getting at is that some games have a depth to them and a kind of supernatural quality that makes them more than the game itself. It's a way of life. It's a state of being, you know what I mean? Make sure to smash that subscribe button if you know what I mean. And even if you don't, smash it, because I'm going to let you know. Angband would change your life if only you let it, for the better. Out of any game that I've played, I've never had so much of a emotional response to the game. Now, that might sound a bit strange because there's no story, there's no characters, there's no graphics, and there's pretty much no one to tell you anything except for me, little 350 here, the sensitive-skinned Pablo. The bottom line is, Angband's gonna hurt you. If you let it, you're gonna suffer. You're gonna experience tragedy, catastrophe, confusion, fear. This is not inside the game, this is inside your own mind playing the game. Mystery, wonder, joy, and the whole spectrum, rainbow of everything in between all of that. And the best of that, it's not all about the tragedy and the fear and the loss and the uncertainty. It's about the sense of achievement and accomplishment and reward that you get once you finally overcome the great challenge that it is to win Angband. Legit. Now, the first time you do that will be a life-changing experience. You're gonna think, wow, 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 I've done it. Anyone who has won Angband knows what I mean. There's really nothing like it. I've played a lot of games in my time and nothing comes close to it. But it doesn't stop there. You see, once you win Angband, it gives you a sense of confidence in that you can succeed. And it's a whole new meta then. There's many options in the game to further increase the replayability as well. Once you've finished Angband, you can try and finish it with some of the challenge options on. Or play with random artifacts, which is the best way to play the game in my eyes. For a beginner, stick to the standard set because you're going to need something you can rely on and kind of get used to. Random artifacts is too confusing for a new player, but that's beyond the scope of this video. If you've never played Angband before, and you're determined to have a great time in gaming, and you don't have any money to buy a new game, and you've got what it takes to put up with something that might be hard to learn and seem off-putting at first, you look at it. Let's just get a look right here, right now at Angband. Now, this is what it looks like. It's a, let's just get rid of my little 350 face up here for a second. Now that's pretty much what you're looking at. There is graphical tile sets available, but I would highly suggest that you don't use them. Why is that, you might ask, 350? I don't know what's happening, this looks all weird. Well, the reason I suggest you don't use the tile sets is because, quite frankly, they make it harder to play. In my opinion, you're going to be having an easier time if you use no graphics. So you just go to options, graphics, none. The default is shock bolts and whatever. They're beautiful tiles, but it doesn't really work for me, for the game, in my opinion, either. So I'm not gonna go into any more details about, options and whatever. I'm just gonna tell you that it'll be worth it to you to play Angband, and I can't say that about every game. There's some games out there more than there are good games. What I'm trying to say is most games suck, and it might be fun, but it's meaningless. It's just complete piece of shit. Yeah, and if you love it, that's great. If it's what you play every day, whatever. I'm not trying to put anyone down here, but I'm just trying to illustrate the point that most games aren't great, and it's quite rare for a game to be truly something that's gonna revolutionize your way of thinking. And that's what Angband did to me, and it can do that to you as well if you let it. Now I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna say that it's in your best interest to go on to the links in the description and download Angband. But I'm just gonna add to that before I go that you're going to have to read the manual. It takes effort to get anywhere in Angband. I'm not trying to exclude anybody, but that's just the way it is. It's a very deep game to a beginner. It's like there's a lot going on, a lot of controls you need to learn and systems you need to familiarize yourself with. But once you do that, the world is open to you. The world of one of, if not the best, roguelike games ever to exist. And it'll always be there for you. If you're the kind of person who wants to play a single player game where you can take your time, difficult, challenging, makes you think, and there's a lot of fun, a lot of items, loot. It's a loot game, let's just call it that. If you like loot, you're gonna like Angband if you just give it a chance, so good luck out there. Read the manual, read the forums, you'll get it eventually. And good luck. Be safe, and get a starter teleport. Till then, this has been 350 hyping up Angband, and I hope to God in heaven that you give it a chance. Bye bye.